What's going on, people? We are back. We are back. Welcome to the Booth Shop. My name is Antwan Brown, and I am your host. And it's been a while. We haven't had a show. Oh, we didn't have a show since April the 4th because we decided to take Easter off. So it was Easter on that weekend. So Easter Monday. So we decided to replay the show with No, it was Dr. Nikki and Dr. Liani was the last show. So go back and check that show out on April 4th when we recap some of our great social workers and some of the things that they're doing. It was an awesome show. We had a great time. They always two lively guests. They was on the show, I think, last year. We all finished with our doctoral degrees in social work from the University of Southern California. Speaking of the University of Southern California, next Wednesday, me and the missus will be walking across stage, getting hooded to officially be doctors, even though we've been calling ourselves doctor for almost a year for her. Oh, yeah, it's about to be a year next week. Ooh. And for me, it would be just a couple months. You know, I'm fresh in this game of being called Dr. Booth. So next week, we don't have a show anyway, but I'll give you the recap of how LA is, the good sunny weather. If you haven't heard, and this is your first time joining the show, we are in the state of Maryland, and I am Dr. Antwan C. Brown. I'm also running for state delegate. I'll get into that in a minute. So if this is your first time here and you love what you hear, let's start with subscribing to my YouTube channel. So hit that little subscribe button. Once you see that, once you go ahead and follow me on Instagram at elected Antwan C. Brown. That's my Instagram page. You can also follow me at the Mr. Resource Guy on TikTok, and you can follow me on Twitter at Mr. Antwan CB. And as usual, they always on the ticker down there. Oh, I see my donate page is down there too. So if you need to donate to the campaign, we'll get into that in a second. So what's been happening campaign-wise? Let's see. I have been hitting the ground. I started in the community. I started a meet and greet your candidate series at some of the local McDonald's. I have one coming up. Boom. I started a couple of weeks ago, early April. So we just had one over in Allentown Road. We have one coming up on Saturday in Suitland off of Allentown Road. And then when I get back from LA the following week, we're going to do another Thursday over off of Surratt's Road. If you're familiar with the area, that's the Allentown Road one is right across from Andrews Air Force Base. And the Surratt's Road one is right off of Surratt Lane one is right off of Branch Avenue. So that's where I'll be at. Come out and join me. Tell somebody. If you don't stay in the state or you don't stay in there, just come out and get some free coffee. We're going to have some conversation. I'm going to give you some good knowledge, but you also get a chance to get some free coffee. Help support local businesses. It's a Black woman who owns these McDonald's, so we love when entrepreneurs are doing great things. So come out and support me, and you also support a fabulous African-American woman entrepreneur as she owns several McDonald's in our area. All right. Well, also we went on a door knocking spree. So in order for us to get around and get the word out about what we're doing on this fabulous campaign, we're walking Saturdays from 10:30 to 12:30 roughly, getting to introduce people, letting them know who we are, letting them know that we're here. We've been here and what we're going to do when we get up to Annapolis for our community. So we have this particular Saturday coming up. So if you just go to my website, you'll see the AntwanCBrown.com/door knocking. That whole list will come up for the next several weeks. Sign up, bring a friend. We're giving volunteer hours. So if you have anybody, any school-age kids that need some volunteer hours, some service hours, I think they call, come on out and volunteer on a local campaign giving back to the community. Some brief updates on some things that's happening in the next couple of days. Tomorrow if you tune into the county council, once again, if you're new, I stay in the state of Maryland, Prince George's County. And I like to give some updates before I get into the real reason why we start this show, and that's our guest. So before we do that, I'd like to say Councilman Edward Barrows and County Council Chair Calvin Hawkins introduced the bill, and the bill is CB 29 2022. It provides a property tax credit for seniors that's been in their home for over 5 years. So some things that's going on. So they're trying to get the bill passed so it can become law and help some of the seniors get a credit back. When I skim through the bill, it's up to 20%. So if your property tax is $2,000, that's $400 back. So you end up only paying a $1,600 bill. But also that assessment only goes up to $400,000. So it's some things that's probably going to have to be hashed out and talked, because in our county, some of them homes can get a little pricey, especially for our seniors they're well off and they did the thing, so they might not actually qualify for it. So I'll be on tomorrow listening and see how that goes, and we'll get that kicking off, and I'll be able to probably debrief next time we on the show or send it out in one of my newsletters. So if you're following me, once again, go to my website, put your information in, get my newsletter. It's at AntwanCBrown.com. While we were outdoor knocking and cleaning up, because we had Earth Day, and all of us participated in Earth Day a couple weeks ago, one of the community members told me to make sure that I start spreading the word about a resource that I think some people, unfortunately, over the last 2 years can take part of. FEMA has a COVID-19 funeral assistance. So FEMA is if someone or a loved one that you know, or friend, family member that you may know that buried someone due to COVID, backdated to January 2020, they can fill out an application with FEMA and be eligible to get those payments back that they paid for funerals, headstones, different things, up to $9,000. And I felt like that could be a relief. It won't bring the member back, but definitely a little relief that can come back. So the website's here. You can go and try and tell people that FEMA is offering up to $9,000 for funeral assistance. I think it's a great opportunity. And if you can get it, make sure you get it. It'd be some insurance and some good stuff for your family coming back. Let's see what else is coming up. Memorial Day, Mother's Day. To all my mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. I won't see you in time. Please enjoy yourself. Everybody kiss your mother. If you lost your mother, remember her in a way that only you can remember, and just enjoy this Mother's Day. We've experienced a lot with COVID over the last couple of years, so especially just loving on your loved ones would be great. But this Mother's Day, kiss your mother, hug your mother, do something nice for her, so you can be able to realize that she still's here with you. If she's not with you, remember some good things about your mother this Mother's Day. Then after that, I think we'll be back for Memorial Day, but I have a fundraiser coming up, which is one of my bowling ball raffles. So all my bowlers out there, we got one more. I think this may be the last bowling raffle of the campaign. Not sure, because I know it's tournament season for most of you. So it's kind of hard to be trying to track everything. So this might be the last one. So we have a nice storm ball coming up. I'll let you introduce that one when we get a little closer to that date. And once the ball comes in, I can tell you exactly which one it is. Make sure I got the right one with size, all that good stuff. But we do have a bowling ball coming to you soon for Memorial Day holiday ball raffle. Things that you should know is in the state of Maryland, the primary elections has changed. The date is July the 19th. It was June the 28th, I think it was. Pushed it back. We had some redistrict stuff happen. Some lawsuits was going on with some of the lines. So the primary election day was pushed back to July 19th. So that also pushed back early voting. Early voting now is July 7th through July the 14th. Now, in the state of Maryland, we are a mail-in ballot state. So remember that you have to request your mail-in ballot. If you do not request your mail-in ballot, you're going to have to go on July the 19th and actually physically go out, or July 7th through the 14th, physically go out and cast your ballot. So if you want your ballot at home in the comfort of your own home, make sure you go visit the Maryland State Board of Elections to see how you can get your mail-in ballot. I also have a past show on it, so go back and look at that show. I can't remember the date right now. We'll figure it out and send it to you, but go do that, and we on for that. Let's see. Oh, November the 12th is still the general, and that has not changed whatsoever. So that's my housekeeping, guys. You know how I do. I'm glad y'all tuned in. I know you've been waiting for this show. I've been waiting for this show because I have an awesome guest. So before we get in, let me introduce my guest, and then we're going to bring her on screen. Today, I have the honor to introduce Tawawn Lowe. Tawawn has a Bachelor of Science degree and a Behavioral Studies degree. She's a certified life coach, facilitator, project manager for success, strategist, mentor. She assists organizations with talent management, individuals with maximizing their potential, transforming visions, goals into results, and achieving success. She employs her diverse skills and credentials to provide personal development and leadership skills to organizations, employees, business leaders, individuals, and entrepreneurs aspiring for high levels of excellence, personal and professional. It is my honor to introduce to you and the world, Ms. Tawawn Lowe.
Hello.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm fine. I'm here at the barbershop.
You are at the barbershop, which we call the booth shop. Because we talk all the nitty gritty. Yeah, that's all the nitty gritty right here. Just like when you walk in the barbershop, I might ask you anything, you might have to tell me.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, so Tawawn, it's good to. I know you personally, so I love you. Thank you for being here. But tell the people who you are. Say something nice about me and how you met me, and then we can get into the rest of the day. Yeah, gotta say something nice. So
you want me to do it? Gotta be something nice.
I'm nice. So I'm gonna tell the producer to kick you out.
The producer is my friend. Friend. I know she love you, but the producer is my friend and she love me too. So that is how I know Antwan, because his wife is really one of my business partners. Really, that's how I see her. She is really one of my business partners. She is the one who makes me look good when it comes to social, when it comes to my digital footprint with my different various websites. So that is how I know Antwan. His wife dragged him to one of my classes one time. And I do mean dragged him. And he participated for a little while. And then he was like, you know what? This chick is off the chain. I ain't got time to be bothered. I don't know what kind of stuff she on, but he was taking it all in. This is what I know. He was taking it all in because every step I see him take is telling me that he was paying attention, he was listening, and he is manifesting the vision that he has for his life. So I want to go back and say one thing, though. You said something earlier. You said, there's my little donate. You said, there's my ticket for donation. And if you want to, everybody who's watching should be donating to this campaign. If you're watching, that means that you believe in Antwan. And if you're in our area, and you don't even have to be in your area, come on, drop your 5, 10, 15, 20s, but you know we like them hundreds. Okay. So I done put in my little commercial for Antwan. So that is how I know him, his wife. And he have become friends. And I love him because I love her. So that is how we know each other. And we take care of each other in different ways as neighbors, but not neighbors.
Well, I appreciate you and appreciate you coming on the show and saying that, because I did have a rough time in your class. One, because I don't like people getting in my business and telling me I don't know it all. That was the first thing. So that was the hardest part of this whole process. But when I tell you I learned, I think I just took down my goal settings maybe earlier this year. I just took it down. I have it somewhere. I think I put it up. but I did. And I think I checked off. And matter of fact, this show was on that day. This was one of the things that was manifested that day was being able to have the booth shop, because right before COVID, we was going to physically go into the bowling alley and talk to people. They was going to bowl against me, throw little strikes, and then we was going to sit down and have a conversation. So it turned into, hey, we got to, what could we do to make sure that that looks like this? But I had that idea to go into, to get me more notoriety for running for office. So that came out of it. I was deciding if I was going to actually do this again, if I was going to go to a higher level, how much money I needed, how much events I had to plan out. So you're absolutely right. That days worth of punishment and torture you put me through, I learned a lot. I manifested some great things, and getting my doctorate wasn't one of those things, but some of the results that were happening, it felt like a good path to take to manifest some of the goals I needed to do. So I got some extra stuff out of the things that I learned out of your class. And I don't think we ever talked about this. I don't know. I don't talk about it, but I'm glad we're here.
Getting your doctorate really wasn't on your vision board, and it wasn't the vision for your life, but it was the vision your wife had for you. So, we talked about it. We knew you was going to do it.
Yeah, well, she tricked me, but I appreciate it. She kind of has her little ways sometimes.
It was a good trick. It was a good trick, Dr. Brown.
I definitely didn't see that.
Look, a real doctor too.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry.
This is not the show.
I'm sorry, my pettiness was oozing out.
It's the show for it. I don't think any of those, I paid for mine too. Okay.
Look here. You went to class and you earned it.
Okay. All right. Well, true. So, Felicia told me to mind my degree earlier. She said, mind your degree. So, Tawawn, we're going to mind our degrees. Okay. So, what's next, Tawawn? I know you had some things before we do that. I know we talked about your goal setting. Tell them a little bit about it though, because it really did help me. You as a person, and Tawawn, I don't talk to you about it much, but it doesn't work without you. Like, I've seen some goal setting stuff. I watched a whole bunch of goal setting class. I took a leadership class where they went through some stuff with personality and Briggs Myers. And so I wasn't foreign to it because I have a master's in management and leadership, which goes through, goal setting and things like that. Not saying it didn't go to the extent with you, like you did with me, but I'm not foreign to the language. So for someone in the field and seeing people do it, your style of getting that to manifest, it doesn't work without you. So I don't know if you know that, but anybody said it to you in this way, but it works because of who you are, how you present it, and making sure that you get exactly what you're supposed to get when you leave your house. So could you tell people a little bit about your goal setting strategies?
I'm going to say, one, I'm very passionate about goal setting because I believe it's a skill, an untapped skill that most of us don't use. And a lot of us don't even know how to set goals because we grew up being told you should have goals and these are the things you should do, but nobody really told us what was the blueprint for setting goals. So a little bit of my backstory. For about half my life, I was just kind of existing, floating around. And then I had this aha moment. And when I had that aha moment, I realized that I didn't have a vision for my life and know that I have direction. I was getting up every morning, putting one foot in front of the other, going to work, being on the hamster wheel, doing this over and over. And while it wasn't a bad life, it wasn't a purpose-driven or a fulfilled life. So once I realized that, I was like, so how do I get from where I am to now where I desire to go? And what I realized is I didn't know how to put a plan together. But I was a former caterer. I have project management under my belt. I do know how to put events together. I used to do event planning. So I was like, okay, I know something about goals. So what does it take? And I'm going to tell you, I set a lot of goals and they never worked. And I was like, something ain't right with this picture. And what wasn't right was I didn't have the mindset. I didn't have the temperament for it at the time, but I really did not have a blueprint. What does it really take to set goals? And one of the reasons most people don't set goals or don't follow some type of blueprint or formula is because it can be very daunting and overwhelming. The reason why you checked out is because after a while, when I was like, so how you gonna get this? Okay, so now that you want to make this amount of money, how do you make this amount of money? Can you make it with the job that you're currently on? See, once I start drilling down, most people don't do the drill down.
Mhm.
They say, okay, I want to lose 25 pounds and I want to lose the 25 pounds in 60 days. It's probably not even a realistic goal when they say they want to lose it in 60 days because most of the time their mindset hasn't even changed about losing weight. So because their mindset hasn't changed, they're not going to be dedicated to the goal.
Mhm.
So, but when you do it, and I always use this as an example, if you come to me and you work with me, I say this, okay, you want to lose weight. Why? Because your why is the motivator. So why do you want to lose this weight? You want to lose this weight because you want to be sexy. You just want to have a beach body because the summer coming up. Why do you lose it? And most people be like, I just want to be sexy. I want to get in a black dress. Okay, so you really don't want a lifestyle change. You just want something temporary. Because if you want something temporary, I can work you out. You can go get a spineless boo. You ain't got to lose no weight. Just don't eat some food before you put the black dress on. I mean, there's some other ways you can do this. You don't have to set
Right.
yourself up, but I'm not going to eat and I'm not going to do this. But when you start talking about a lifestyle change, then we can start talking about how are you going to achieve this as one of your goals. And one of the first things I would tell anybody that comes to me, if you want to lose this weight, especially if it's a significant amount of weight, we're not going to put it in 60 to 90 days because you probably didn't gain it in 60 to 90 days. It's going to take a while. And again, I have to go back to your mindset. Your mindset has to switch. Whichever direction you decide to go, whatever your thoughts are about that particular subject, especially about losing weight. Like for me, let me just tell you this. If you ever hear me, I mean, I do want to lose like 5 pounds, 10 pounds. I don't want to exercise. So I have to do a whole mindset change. I don't want to exercise. And guess what else I don't want to do? Eat
Stop
right.
eating. Yeah. I get it.
Right. Or I do want to eat right, but I still want to eat my annihilators.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's probably where half my fat is coming to from the stomach because I'm eating all this sugar. So you know what I'm saying? So people don't even switch their mindset to start thinking and to moving in that direction. So what I do is when I'm working with you on goals, I'm not just talking about what the goal is. I'm helping you to work with your mindset as well because you got to deal with your fears that come with that, your anxieties, your apprehensions. And then you got to just start drilling down. What does it take? Okay, go to your doctor. See if you can be put on a diet.
Mhm.
Everybody wants to get on a diet, but can you go on a diet? Are you healthy enough to go on your diet? Go to your doctor. If you're taking blood pressure medicine, if you have diabetes, there's some things that you need to check with your doctor before you start doing all these drastic things to lose weight. Then you need to go to a nutritionist. So I work it all out. That is probably what makes me a rarity in what I do. I work it all out. My brain go to places that people are not even thinking, like, why do I gotta go to the doctor? Why do I
Right.
need a nutritionist? Why do I need to buy a scale? Why do I need a scale in my kitchen? Why do I
Right.
need all these things? Well, all of this plays a part. See, these are some of the resources that you need. Even when you say you want to lose weight, do you have the money it takes to lose weight? It costs to eat healthy.
Listen, and wait, trust me, I had shifted my mindset because I've been an athlete all my life. As soon as I turned 40, I was like, I ain't working out no more. And I'm with that. I forget it. I'm done. So I'm gaining all this weight now, and I got to shift back to working out and all that. I'll get back to it. But tell them about you. I know we got books, we got website. How can they find you? So they can. If are you having any classes? Like, are you doing it? Tell them a little about that.
Okay, so I'm kind of multifaceted. So I have TLC consultancy. This is where I work with individuals and I work with organizations. Help each of them actually maximize their potential and their talent. We do not have a class coming up anytime soon. We are doing something on a different side of my business. I have the movement, Women Walking in Their Own Shoes. It's an empowerment movement to get women to say yes to their purpose, their passion, and their power, because I believe every woman should be walking in her purpose, passion, and power. We are having an empowerment tea on June the 26th, Sunday, June the 26th, and we're going to be talking about women walking in their financial wellness. I am very passionate about women showing up, being their best selves. This is our time, not taking anything away from men, but this is kind of our time to start showing up for ourselves and shining. And one of the places that we really need to show up is in our finances. Most people don't even know that the average woman doesn't even have $100 in her bank account.
Mm.
And the average woman is making more than $50,000. And the fact that you do not have $100 in your bank account, you don't know how to diversify your portfolio, you don't know how to invest. These are the things that we're going to be talking about at this empowerment tea.
Man, if this is anything like what you put me through, and it sounds like it's way more intense because y'all getting into the nitty gritty. I know it's going to be some powerful women coming out of there in June.
Yeah. It's going to be powerful. We got two powerhouses that's going to be teaching. It won't be me, but I will be partnering with them for anybody who signs up for any of their programs. And I will be doing the goal setting piece, the vision board and the goal setting piece for it. But we have one who's going to come and talk about something that I think, especially in our community, that we definitely need to start working on, is insurance. Everybody needs to have life insurance. I don't care if it's the smallest policy possible. You need to put your family at peace when the worst happens. It's bad enough you have to grieve, but then you have to figure out how to bury a person. GoFundMe is not for that. So whoever toes I stepped on, I hope I smashed them hard. Mm-hmm. That's the kind of person I am. But Antwan had me back because I am a sweetie pie too. But I'm just saying, I just want us to be educated and just start making different decisions because, we in PG County, we have so much wealth. But we have to start doing it correctly. And one of the ways we do this is that we empower people in that way. So we have somebody who is a insurance guru to tell you how you can even take your insurance and start building generational wealth and using your insurance to buy properties. When I say on fleek, she on fleek. And then the other one, she's going to teach you how to save and how to put your money aside and how to invest, do the smallest things. I know you're familiar with this because conversations we've had, and even with your wife, what you do with crypto and what you do with, Robinhood and Acorn, just some of the small things where women can just get started and make sure that you are building. We can get all the degrees we want, but if we're not building a financial portfolio that is going to sustain us, because if you look at it, everything is going up. Housing is going up, food is going up, gas is off the chain. Nothing's inexpensive anymore, and we have to keep up with it. And if women outlive men, we outlive men by 10 years. How are you going to take care of yourself in your golden years? Is your insurance going to cover this? Do you have enough money in the bank account? So really just trying to get women to think about those main areas of their lives, and then start taking steps to be better in those. I mean, we all know something, but we can stand to know much more so we can execute in excellence.
Man, this is why I ran for office. Things like that. So I'm excited you say it. So make sure I get an introduction. See if I can get those ladies to come talk to me on my show for a little bit. And
I can work that out.
Yeah, tell them
you want them next week?
yeah. Tell them in 2 weeks. We do the show every 2 weeks. So see if they can come out.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely would do that.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. Let me see. I'm gonna ask you 2 more questions because I know you are a busy woman too, and you have a show to do yourself. So I just got 2 more good questions for you, and I promise you they are not hard. The first one is, do you have a football team?
Well, I used to. I used to be a Patriots fan.
How did that
happen? Through marriage.
Okay.
Through marriage. And even though the marriage didn't last, I still like the team. And Tom Brady is just, I really like Tom Brady as a player, what he represented as a player and as a leader. I just thought he was excellent in that way. And then when the Patriots traded him, I was pissed, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna go wherever he go. But I really did. But he's still doing well. But yeah, so my
I'm
football
not
team.
gonna hold that against you because I'm a Giants fan. So I'm not gonna hold New England against you. But
Well, at least I didn't say I was a what they
oh
call
yeah,
now.
the
What do people call
Commodores, the
yeah,
Commanders,
the
something.
commanders? Yeah, at least
Yeah,
I didn't say that.
you're right. I'm so happy
And I
you're.
live here, and I'm a native Washingtonian, and
You
I
are
have never been a Redskin Commanders fan ever. I started off as a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. That's where I
okay.
started.
All right, I can give you that. So my second question is, are you involved in politics? If you do you entertain yourself in the political world, any national or local, and which one? And which one would be the one you prefer?
National,
National.
but I
Okay.
have supported individuals in local. I got involved in one of my board members from Women Walking in Shoe Foundation, Gladys Witherspoon. She ran for judge. And when I tell you, between the two of you, actually, because conversations you and my wife, me and your wife have, I've learned a lot about the local and understanding what it takes and how you move from one level to the next level. So I like politics, but I don't like politics. It's not something, it's not a game arena that I can be in. Um, why I think I'm strategic and I can play checkers just as good as the next man. Um, I am so for the people, and I do believe not all politicians, but the further you go, you give away a little bit of yourself. And I'm too scared. I would have to give away too much of myself. And I do pray for our politicians because I do know that you do have to negotiate to get some of the things you want. You know, you just don't get a bill passed without saying, I'll do something over here for you. So I understand that. But I think sometimes it comes at a greater cost. So at the national, I like it, and I like to sit back. I might write my check and support. You know, but I like to sit back and just kind of watch it play out. I'm learning more about the local. So the more that I'm learning, the more that I'm getting involved. You know, that's why I have been talking to your wife and I'm going to be talking to your campaign manager because we will be doing some things together because I like what you stand for. And you're definitely family oriented. And I believe in building up the family. So I participate through my nonprofit in politics in that way. You know,
But
how can I get back in that manner? And I go out and vote. The
yeah,
biggest thing.
you are participating in it because you got several businesses. So if I decide to go up here and I get a business tax and you don't like it, you'll be calling a brother. So if I decide that hey, you can't make vision boards, it's the law, you're gonna be calling a brother. So it's some stuff that on the business side where you on the local business side, you'll be a little more in tune. So like I was saying earlier, one of the bills that's trying to be passed down by county council, if you're 65 and older and you stay in your house over 5 years, they're going to give you a credit. They're trying to get that passed, right? So yeah, you're not 65 yet, but it's not going to be a law to a couple. You only like 42, so it's okay. So Felicia gonna need it because her family lives to 105 or something, so she definitely gonna need that credit when she
Yeah,
when
so does the women in my family. They live to at least 95, 96, and that's
yeah,
a good little
yeah,
while. So
yeah.
yeah,
You look
I'm
like you're gonna live to about that long. So I don't have.
gonna need that credit.
You're
I
gonna
don't
need
know
that.
though. If I don't work out, Antoine, I might not. If I don't do no
Yeah,
exercise,
we'll go call the trainer together. At least talk to him, see what he talk about. But it's amazing to see you empowering women, even though I stole. I think I was the only guy at that time. I stole my time. Like, she drugged me. I said I was coming. She didn't drag me. I said, I'm going to go. She said, she looked at me funny. You going to go? I'm going to go. Yeah, because I keep hearing you talk about this. Let's get that in. So I'm going to go. But tell us a little bit about your Tea Talks because Felicia just put it down there. So let's talk about that. I know you got a show coming up tonight.
yeah. So one of the things I'm always, looking for different avenues to empower and to because I believe everybody needs a little TLC, and that's transformational lifestyle content. So the tea talk is about that. We talk about, I spill the tea on all personal development subjects, talking about things that help us with really becoming our best selves and creating our best lives. And I do this through the tea talks in a manner because a lot of times people do not make personal development one of their goals. Personal development, it should be a lifetime goal. You should forever be working on yourself. So this is my way of giving out some free content, giving you just a tad bit of information about different things, different subjects that will definitely help you with being a better person. Like today, we're going to talk about the power of permission. We take for granted that, we're used to people giving us permission, but don't understand that we have the authority to give ourselves permission. And a lot of times why we don't do some of the things we need to do for ourselves is because we have not given ourselves permission. So I'm going to just talk about that and the power and permission and how we need to start activating it in our lives so we can be happy, have the abundance, be successful, and all the other things that we want in our lives. And it's funny how we don't even give ourselves permission for simple things like just to eat healthy. Sometimes you got to tell yourself you have permission to spend your money and invest in yourself to eat properly. You don't have to always eat the way you do, and you don't need anybody to tell you that you have permission to do it. You have permission to do it yourself.
I'll give myself power to win this election. I give myself permission to go ahead and just win this election. It's already done. So I'm going to take that for the next less than 80 days until we get to July 7th. So it's coming up really quickly and rapid. But Tawawn, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
for always being there when I call. So down there is www.witos.com. June 18th, 19th.
June 26th. Sunday, June 26th.
Oh, my mama birthday. Or my nephew birthday. My mama birthday on the 25th. My nephew birthday on the 27th. So that week.
Okay. And this is what we'll do. I will talk with your wife, but for your next show, we'll have a free ticket for a woman. So you can give away a free ticket.
Sound good to me. I will definitely give away a ticket on that day. Thank you so much. And we will work it out. We might put it in a newsletter or something, see if somebody wants to come. We'll figure it out, though. But yes, thank you. So stick around for a second. Let me click.
Look, the first person who gives you a $25 donation gets a free ticket.
Well, there it is. A $25 donation to AntwanCBrown.com. There it is. It gets the free ticket to the June 26th event with Tawawn Lowe. We got it. There it is. I'll let you know who that lady is.
Thank you.
All right. Gentlemen. Okay. So anybody, first 25, stick around for a second, Tawawn. I'm going to close out this show and I'll let you get on out of here. Once again, thank you, Tawawn. We appreciate all the knowledge you drop. You know how we do. We keep it around, keep it simple. We got everything up and running. Once again, if this is your first time here, you might have jumped in late to view. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check me out on Facebook at elected_Antwan C. Brown. Check me out on TikTok, which my TikTok is right here, Mr. Resource, at Mr. Resource Guy. You can follow me on Twitter at Mr. Antwan C. Brown and Instagram at elected_Antwan C. Brown. All my social media platforms. But the most important topic of it all is I'm running for state delegate in Maryland. I'm running for the House of Delegates, District 26. I need each and every person that's under the sound of my voice to come out and donate $26 to the campaign for District 26. Any form. Is that $260? Is that $2,600? And I see my buddy Savon Howard. How you say good? Thank you for tuning in. But anything you have, come on out. Now, if you're close and you want to see how the political process works, campaigning is one of them. And I need boots on the ground. We're knocking on doors this weekend. Come see me again at McDonald's on Saturday at 10. Where after we finish McDonald's, we're gonna go straight to door knocking to get out in the community, introduce ourselves, and make sure they come out and vote for us July the 7th through the 14th. Definitely on election day, primary election day, July 19th. Once again, guys, you know how we do at the Booth Shop. It's been a pleasure. Tawawn was great. Tune in to all of our stuff. Hashtag the Booth Shop. Hashtag TBS. Hashtag Team ACB for Delegate. Make it go. Start making it trend. Make it go viral. I'm gonna do some TikToks later. I've been slacking, but I'll get back on my grind. Thanks again, guys. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Don't forget, vote Antwan Brown. See you guys next time.